Hey, how's it going? My name is Matali. I'm mostly in the moment and we're looking at the twin flame energies for the second week of November. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. It means so much to me. It really, really helps me out, so thank you. And with that, let's get started. What is going on for the twin flames in the second week of November? This card. Okay, King of Cups. Wow. Love. Love and loss. Love and loss. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so there's definitely a feeling of you know, when you're about to just get a whole lot of love in your life, you see that within yourself and in your life you're clearing out a lot of things that you gave a lot of love to that no longer serves you. So this can be like actual people, you know, friends and families that you kind of lost touch with or aren't so close with anymore. Hobbies, interests, careers, jobs, responsibilities, and just like, you know, general things that you gave so much love and attention and focus to, and realizing that whatever this big amount of love that's coming into your life is pushing away those things that like no longer serve you. And not that they weren't once really, really important to you and, you know, gave you the love back that you gave it or them. And it's just kind of like, hey, these people and these things no longer serve you as much as this new love that's coming in is going to. It's tough, but it's kind of something, it's one of those things that's necessary. Like, you kind of have to cut the cord with some of these peoples and things. Yeah, it's a lot of time, energy, and focus went into these connections with other people or within this work or project you put into, this home that you've created, this lifestyle that you created. And it's just like, all right, it's time for me to move on. And you can feel it. You can feel it so strongly down into your bones that like, hey, I'm clearing these things out, even though it means so much to me, or at once meant a lot to me, because all the cards came out in reverse, so I flipped them. At this time, something grand is coming into my life. A love that is worth, you know, cutting out these things for, even though it's still sad, you know. You still might have so much love for this person or this thing or this project or this, you know, job or this hobby or whatever, this lifestyle, this thing. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into this relationship, this work, whatever it is, right? And definitely it's more than one. It's definitely more than one of these things that you're letting go. And it's because the love that's coming in isn't equal to, but greater than the things that you're letting go. It's intense. I think last week I said in my reading that we're going to be letting go of things that might have been there for our entire lifetime, or new things that we put a lot of love and energy into that, you know, you might have created while you even knew about the twin flame journey, while you even, you know, spiritually awakened or were red pilled. These might be things that are new that you put a lot of love and energy into that, like, you know, you thought was your soul mission or the next step in your soul mission. But that part of your soul mission is complete. It did what it was meant to do, teach you the lessons, get you the knowledge, sharpen your skill sets, whatever you needed to do at the time, help the people that you need to help at the time. Even relationships, you know, even if these relationships were ones that you've had for your entire lifetime or for the majority of your lifetime, and they meant so much to you, and there's still so much love there. You know, a home that you've put a lot of love into, you know, you worked and you saved and you built that perfect dream home and that perfect location that you know, worked so hard to get there. That job that you you know, beat the odds, you know, had to beat out a bunch of people, you know, stayed late at night, missed a lot of events, and, you know, put in a lot of, you know, time, energy, and money into making sure that you secured this position, you know, played the game and went above and beyond, and that's the thing, you know, you have to let go. Like, it's crazy. It's a lot of intense letting go of beliefs that you once held, letting go of a perceived truth about what you thought the world was like. A lot of big things being let go, in order for this grand love to come in. It can't without this clearing. And it's still sad, but if you've been on this journey and you've been clearing, you get kind of used to letting things go and accepting what is, and knowing when you're being prepped for the next thing. You do it so much that you kind of, you know, when big things like this come up, and this, I'm talking about twin flames that are coming into physical unions that are going to come together and stay together and fulfill your soul mission. These twin flames are ready for your destiny, the big one. These are the things that are happening for them. Okay, so, okay, I was going to go to a more lighthearted reading, but I think I'm going to save that for the extended and just kind of switch it up a little bit here. Last minute. Wow. Okay, so how is the Divine Masculine feeling about the Divine Feminine? How is the Divine Masculine feeling about their Divine Feminine? Ready to go. They're ready to go. They're kind of already, like, left. They've already started this journey towards the Divine Feminine, towards this kind of mutual life path that you guys are going to be going down. They already started walking. Yeah, they're headed that way. They're headed towards union. They're headed towards your mutual soul mission. Yeah, Magician and the King of Cups. The Magician card fell face down on the King of Cups. Yeah, they already left knowing that their heart is searching for something bigger and it's out there, and they know they just had to put one foot in front of the other and that they'll get there. They are on this divine path and they feel it very strongly. We've seen in the last few readings that the Divine Masculines, although they are, although a lot of us see the Divine Masculines as not being as intuitive or in touch with their higher guidance as much as, say, the Divine Feminine, that's not true. We saw in the past few weeks, they are very well connected. They know they're on a path here, a divinely directed path. They're on their way. Their heart is set, linked onto that location. They're going that way. The heart GPS is on, and they know they will get to their destination, which is union and this mutual joint soul mission, this mutual life path. Okay, the Divine Feminine's heart space towards the Divine Masculines. Divine Feminine's feelings towards the Divine Masculines. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is the knight that always gets to his destination. Didn't I just say that? That's a confirmation from Spirit that the destination is locked. Union is locked in. It's a guarantee. The Divine Feminines also feel that. Look at the amount of yellow that's going on here. This is a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of it's like when you release all these kind of things that were kind of holding you back, that you might have not even known that was holding you back because it helped you until this point. You know, these people and these activities, these events, these projects have helped you to get to this point. There's nothing, you know, there's nothing really negative about it, and you're still releasing it. You know, it was just at a point where it kind of evolved. You have evolved, your life has evolved to the point where it was kind of holding you back now, even though there's nothing seemingly bad or wrong with it. These people, these jobs, these homes, these events, these projects, you know? It's just that you're on another plane now. You're on the next level. But it's still, you know, it's not easy to say goodbye. So, but you guys both know, the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculines both know that, is this yellow? I love the yellow. I knew it was going to be all 4 yellows. But yeah, there's definitely a feeling that when you let these things go, even though it's like, why am I letting this go? There's nothing really negative there. It's just that you're ready for the next thing, you know? It's, even if you loved your home, you know, you needed a bigger home, you know, for your new family that you're going to create. So it's kind of hard to say goodbye to this beautiful home that you created, that you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into. That's, you know, uniquely yours. You know, you decorated it, you furnished it, you painted the walls in all the ways that you would love it, you know, paid attention to the details, you know, and yet this beautiful new home appears that's, you know, much better than you could have ever dreamt of. Perfect. The perfect thing for your next part of your life. It's still not going to be easy saying goodbye to that home, right? It got you here. You both have been through so much, you know. The walls could talk, right? But letting go of even things that aren't negative, but they're just kind of finished, completed. You're done learning lessons from these peoples and this work and this place and whatever. You're going to feel a lot of happiness fill in those energies that you released. Now a lot of this new stuff is going to come in, and it's going to really immediately lift your energies up, lift your mood up, make you feel happy. And both of you in your hearts know this is like a guarantee. Both these cards are like, it's on its way. It's definitely coming. Concrete plans. You can see the ships coming in. This Knight of Pentacles always reaches its destination. Even if it takes a bit, it gets there. Both of you have this deep, deep knowing that you guys are both already walking this path that you both are linking up on. You're linking lives. You're linking life paths. Here I see the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculines are both getting huge confirmations from the universe that your divine partner is on the same path as you. They're on their way, and you're getting massive, mega confirmations. Or at least one big one, but I'm getting, like, you know, more than one for a lot of you. Okay, so how the Divine Masculine, what the Divine Masculines are thinking of when they think about the Divine Feminine. What are in the Divine Masculine's thoughts? King of Swords. Communicate, you know, point, it's like, remember in the last reading I said that there's a saying that if you drop a knife, there's like a superstition, if you drop a knife, that means like a masculine energy is coming from that direction, and whatever direction the knife is pointing from is the direction they're going to be coming from. I see the sword pointing towards the Divine Feminine side. It's also pointing to the King of Cups. They are en route. They are en route to this love, this union. They're ready to communicate. They're ready to communicate in a very, very mature, serious fashion. They're ready. They are beyond ready. It's like, you know how when you're nervous, you might like practice things in front of the mirror, or you know, you might, like, if you haven't, like, because of COVID, really talked to too many people, you might, like, start hitting up some of your friends or, you know, family members to kind of just, like, get like, your mind going and, like, you know, conversation topics, or just kind of maybe watching some rom-coms to get, like, get in that romantic mood or get some romantic ideas. You know, hang out with your friends that are in good relationships, or whatever. You know, finding a good restaurant that you guys might possibly be able to visit at some point. You know, pick out a couple good movies that, you know, if you guys ever ended up staying at one another's place, that you could, you know, pop in a good movie, and, you know, like, you have it, you don't have to take, like, 20 minutes to go through all the movies to find, like, a good one. I'm not even seeing that. Like, that was, like, maybe a month ago, a few weeks ago, they might have been in that energy. But now it's just kind of like, whatever happens, I'm ready for it. They're in the moment. They're ready. They don't have to practice in front of the mirror. They don't have to feel like they need to, you know, practice small talk or whatever. No, they are so clear. I'm ready for this love. I'm ready for this life path. Just point me in the direction, divine. Just point me in the direction, God or universe or whatever higher power you believe in or call the higher power. I just know I'll know what to do in that moment. Just point me in the direction. They don't care if they have to wait, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes to find a movie with you. They're not sweating it. They don't care if they have to walk around the block a few times to find a good restaurant. You know, they're not sweating the small stuff anymore. They're just so sure that once they find that person and that life and that thing that they are meant to be with, because they resonate so deeply with, they'll know what to do in that moment. They're not worried about the small stuff anymore. Just bring me to them. Just bring me to them. Are you kidding me? The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups fell on the union space. I mean, all the things that I mentioned, all the cute little things that you might do when, you know, you want to be kind of ready or prepared or overly prepared. Like, not everyone does that, but, like, you know, when you're ready for a love like this, you feel it and you kind of start preparing without knowing it. They've already done those stuff. Like literally all the things I just said, they've already done those kinds of things, like, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. Now they're just kind of like, bring me to them. I'll know what to say. I'll know what to do. Just bring me to them. I'm coming. I'm coming, Divine Feminines. Feel that I'm coming. Be ready for when I'm coming, because I'm already on my way. The Divine Feminine's thoughts. The Star card on the union space. I mean, to say that you feel that your divine partner is on their way to you is an understatement, Divine Feminines. It is all around you. The energy's already in your field. The things that you will be doing together, like things that, like, seem like little miracles, little events, little serendipitous moments, and just like things just falling into the place. You just happen to get a reservation. You just happen to find the right movie. You just happen to both walk across this thing that you both want to do and try out, and it turns out to be amazing. Everything is set up. Everything's ready to go. So there's a lot of, I don't know if you hear that, there's a lot of beeping going on. There's kind of like that honk if you agree thing going on there. I'm going to take that as extra confirmations from Spirit that this is happening. 8 of Cups. Okay, so the Divine Feminines, okay, the divine feminines know that they're kind of leaving a lot of things that are emotionally hard to leave, or that they emotionally invested in at some point, because they're coming to union. And the divine feminines know this. Like, this is their wish granted, because for most people, it's the divine masculine energy that is going to come to the divine feminine energies. They're being led to the divine feminine right now. You can see that. They're ready to communicate. They're on their horse. They're ready to go. And the divine feminines are, you know, how are you going to know in the physical that that's happening? And you just keep like letting things go. You kind of keep walking away from things that are emotionally difficult to walk away from, and you're walking towards union, but you have no idea really what's going on, except for these intense, incredible sign synchronicities. But besides that, the divine feminines are definitely getting more sign synchronicities, like unbelievable kinds of sign synchronicities, because the divine masculines already know that they're kind of headed towards you. So they already have like a built-in confirmation there. They're the ones doing the act. And the divine feminines, to kind of feel that kind of confirmation from the divine as well, you're getting a little bit more stronger sign synchronicities at this time. Okay, that's kind of it for that message. All right, the divine masculine's action space towards the divine feminine at this time. Divine masculine's action space towards the divine feminine at this time. 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I'm getting that like the path has been cleared, that they kind of know that they're headed towards victory to end this once and for all. Because I feel like the divine masculines have been getting small victories in small battles here and there, but this is the big one. This is where they win the whole war, right? This is where they bring it all together. This is when physical union happens on that level that you've been waiting for. That's how they're feeling, because they've had like, their confirmation was like little things, like little wins along the way. So for example, if they didn't have your address, they found your address. If they didn't have your last name, they found your last name. If they didn't have your phone number, they found your phone number. If they couldn't find you on social media, they finally did. Or things like if you're already kind of in communication or already kind of seeing each other, it's kind of like, if they didn't know how to make this happen, say like they want to, you know, ask you to marry them or something, like they didn't know how to make it happen. I don't know if they didn't know how they were going to be able to make it happen in these times, or, you know, how they were going to afford the ring, or how they're going to afford the baby, or how they're going to afford the home, or how they're going to get out of this job, you know, be able to move, how they were going to be able to, you know, they kept getting little wins, right? They kept figuring these things out, getting the idea from the divine, implementing them, getting it done, right? So they kept getting little wins. But now they're at a point where that came out so quickly. They want to start something new. They've already started. So we see that here, that they've already started to kind of walk down this path to find the one. You know, if they needed to get a different job, they did that. If they needed to move homes, they did that. If they needed to like buy a car, if they needed to finalize divorce papers, if they needed to get custody of their kid, if they needed to, you know, sell their parents' home, if they needed to fix their health problem, or whatever, you know. These are big things that they needed to finish. You know, as it comes closer to union, surprisingly, it's what you have to release is like bigger and harder, but that's not the right word. It's definitely bigger things you need to release. They're more important to you. And normally these would be things that are harder for you to release, but since you've been on this journey for a while and you've known how to release, and you've been doing that release work, the shadow work, the purging and everything for a while, you kind of got the hang of it. So when it comes to releasing big things like this, it's so much easier. Do you remember in the beginning of the twin flame journey how difficult it was just to release things like friends and people in your life that couldn't relate to your life as you spiritually awakened and stuff like that? And how difficult even that was, just like being in hermit mode for such a long time. And now when you have to actually release things like that are so important to you, it's like a breeze. And it's like, wow, like it kind of makes sense, right? That the hardest things to release are left for last, because you're so, you know, you're so prepared now to do these things. You're so much stronger now. You're so much more intuitive. You're so much more in the know. You're ready. You're ready. Yeah, they're, I'm going to pull extra clarifier because they're ready. Wow, the Two of Cups. Okay. I feel like they have already got together, the things I mentioned, a lot of the things that they would need to get done in the physical before coming into a romantic love union. And that's like the last piece of the puzzle, right? They worked on this thing, that thing, and the last piece of the puzzle to, there we go with the beeping again. So Spirit's like, yeah, on point. They finished everything in the physical too, all their physical responsibilities they needed to do in order to let a new romantic relationship come in, or to move this romantic relationship up to the next level. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm curious. Feminines, what's going on with the feminines action space? All right. So many things to do. So many things that are coming into my life. So excited. Ready to start. Whatever. Oh, dang it. All right, that was the Lovers card that came out. It's funny because I thought, I'm like, oh, it'd be so funny if the Two of Cups came out and so did the Lovers card, and both of them did. So much mirroring going on with the twin flames. It's funny because the Star card, it's kind of represents like the sign Aquarius, and the King of Swords is also like an air sign. So it's kind of like these like kind of like in the thought space, like the thoughts are aligned. In the heart space, the destination, how you guys are like locked in. And then in the physical space, you guys both have romantic love union with swords. Kind of like the Divine Feminine is really excited. You can feel all these energies coming in. There's an understated excitement. It's kind of like at this point you're so in the knowing, Divine Feminine, that it's kind of, yeah, sometimes you might get like that kind of childlike excitement, but it's just, you've known for such a long time now that although this is exciting, it's just like a very quiet excitement. It's a very quiet excitement because it's not like you're knowing for the first time. Throughout this journey, you got really excited, like, oh my goodness, I think my Divine Masculine is going to be right around the corner. and then it happened next season and next year and the next month, right? And you kept feeling that, like, oh, they're around the corner, but that was just like them making moves on this journey towards you. And for you now, this is kind of like one of those tests again. You know, you've felt that excitement over and over and over again, that now you can control your emotions. You're not gonna get super excited to know that your twin flame is around the corner, and at the same time, you're not gonna get super disappointed when they don't appear in the physical, because now you know, like, hey, I know for a fact that my divine masculine is gonna show up when it's divine timing, and now the excitement is still there because you know it's here, but you have better control of your emotions because you've been meditating, because you've been doing your spiritual work, because you've been out in nature, because you've been helping others, because you've been in service to the light. You have a calm, peaceful, gentle, underlying excitement and knowing now. Yeah, from the 3 to the 6 of Pentacles. The only reason I pulled the extra clarifier is just to see if it would mirror the divine masculine side, and it did. And it did. So there you have it. That's November 2020 for you. This is a very exciting time for twin flames, and it's so exciting that you might just be blissed out. All right, I'm Natalie, reminding you to stay mostly in the moment, and I wish you so much love, light, and peace.